Project Search.
Yes, I do think that I would be able to perform the tasks in this position really well.
Do you have any questions for me?
Uh,
Do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions for me?
Hey y'all, Danny here again. Today I have a presentation for you that will give you some ideas for what to say when a job interviewer turns to you at the end of the job interview and says, "Do you have any questions for me?" As always, please pay close attention to the presentation. I want each of you to be confident and prepared to ask questions of your job interviewer when the time comes. Project Search UTMC Remote Learning. Questions for the interviewer. You will practice answering interview questions frequently during your time in Project Search. When you answer the interviewer's questions effectively, you increase your chances of being offered the job. Today, however, we will focus on an aspect of the job interview that can be very tricky. What do you say when the interviewer asks you if you have questions for them? This presentation will provide you with some ideas so that when the time comes to ask the interviewer a question, you won't draw a blank. Question 1. What are the company's values? This question will demonstrate to the interviewer that you are interested in being part of the culture of the workplace and that you want to know how best to contribute to the business or organization. You might even want to specifically ask if there's a statement or list of values that the company might have on hand to share with you. This will really impress the interviewer and let them know that you really care about the company's values and their mission and so on. It's going to look really good for you if you ask this question. Question 2. How do you measure success for this position? If you want to let the interviewer know that you are determined to be an excellent worker, then this question is a good one to use. By asking this question, you are saying, "I want to work hard to contribute to the success of this organization." Every business will have ways in which they measure your progress, your productivity, your success, in other words. It's a really good idea to ask about this very thing because if they do hire you, you really will need to know. Plus, it does indeed let the interviewer know that you're interested in being a hard worker and a successful person. And that's what they're looking for. Question 3. What would you say is the most challenging part of the job? You can demonstrate for the interviewer that you like being prepared for challenges by asking what they think of as the most challenging aspect of the job. This is also a subtle way to flatter the interviewer by showing them that you value their opinion. There are a lot of pluses to this one. You see in the picture someone riding a unicycle and juggling pins at the same time. Well, hopefully you wouldn't have to do a task quite that physically demanding, but you do want to find out what the interviewer thinks would be the most challenging aspect of the job, and it gives you the chance to flatter that interviewer just a little bit and let them know that you actually really care what they think. So those are all good things. Question 4. What would a typical day be for the employee in this position? This is a way of asking what the interviewer expects from the employee in the position you are interviewing for. The interviewer will be pleased that you are interested in understanding those expectations. But remember, this question is not a good one if the daily routine of the job has already been discussed during the interview. Just pay attention if you're going to use this one as one of your options for your question for the interviewer. If you do talk about what the daily routine is like for a job, you don't want to go ahead and ask about it again if it's already been covered, but it is a good one if it wasn't covered. The questions you ask the interviewer should demonstrate that you are serious about the job. Can you think of any other questions you could ask an interviewer?
Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. What would you say is the most important aspect of this job?
Wow, that's a very good question.